Everybody, Chris here on a Monday. How's everybody doing? We got Dogecoin trading up finally 9.2 cents. So we did have some profit taking. I don't know what you'd call it on Sunday, but the whole crypto market was kind of going down on Sunday overnight, but we've recovered and are moving back up. So we have that to celebrate. And I just want to get back to 9.3 cents by the end of the day, so we don't have a red day for Doge. Doge is still down 1%. And I want to see this back up here at 9.3 for the end of the day, so the daily end is green. Because we look at the daily chart, and yeah, I don't like that red. So we'll change that back to green. That'll be good. So let's root for 9.3 cents for the next 2 hours. Over the next 2 hours, 9.3, stay above 9.3, and we get a green day. So, I mean, overall, though, I mean, the chart doesn't look bad, right? From where we were just on October 19th, when you could have bought Dogecoin below 6 cents. So, and hey, for those that bought on this dip below 9 cents, congratulations. I see Jason and Mars both bought the dip. Good for you guys. And this might be a present right here. This little dip right there might be a present, because we may not see sub 9 cent Dogecoin again. We don't know. Right? We don't know whether there's going to be another dip, some more downward movement happening sometime in the crypto market. But there's certainly, on the Bitcoin side, there's a lot of anticipation for these spot Bitcoin ETFs, which is keeping Bitcoin up in the 40s. We have not seen Bitcoin drop below 40,000 since it came up above it here back on December 4th. So with Bitcoin trading in the 40s, we can say, okay, Dogecoin in the 9s, that's good. We will take that. We'll take that. But yes, Bitcoin outperforming Dogecoin on the daily. And why is that? Is it because of other meme coins or meme tokens, right? Is the excitement all going in other directions for those that want to buy into the memes? Or does Dogecoin have a little bit of that, but then a lot of something else too? So we're going to talk about all of that in the live stream tonight. Also, I have an update on the Dogecoin to the Moon project, Astrobotics. The pouch, the box, the Dogecoin on the literal moon. Because some of you have been asking, hey, Chris, is that still happening on December 23rd? So we're going to touch on that in a little bit as well, because I do have an update for you guys. Let me drop down here in the corner and let me see what is going on in the chat. Yes, we do have Jason buying the dip. We've got Mars buying the dip. And R says movement definitely coming soon. And we can count on that with Dogecoin. Yes, we can. Doge is always good for some movement, but I want this red bar there to go away on the daily. So let's check this back up to the 15-minute here. Let's watch this while we are live. What's going on, everybody? Carnell, is there a way for the United States to make a coin where all the gains go to the American people? Wouldn't that be great? No, what the United States wants to do is make a CBDC, or central bank digital currency, and keep all the money to themselves. That's what the US wants to do. And that is a project that is also being done in other countries. China has had their digital yuan for a while. That's their CBDC. And there are others that are going to come. The difference, again, between a CBDC and cryptocurrencies that we see, like Dogecoin, is that cryptocurrencies like Dogecoin all have public blockchains. So it's a publicly accessible ledger. Anybody can go in and can see all the transactions. Guess what happens with the CBDC? The government hides it. You can't see it. You can't see it. So you don't know what they're doing, which also means that they could come in and restrict use of their digital currency. Because China's doing that. We know China's doing that. So no American cryptocurrency, not going to happen. It's CBDCs. It's going to be coming. And what are they going to do with crypto? That's the big question. Senator Elizabeth Warren wants to just get rid of all crypto, ban it in the United States, or so heavily regulate it that it's essentially banned. We'll see how all that turns out. But cryptocurrency isn't going anywhere because it's worldwide. The United States has a big role in it because we got a lot of people buying a lot of cryptocurrency here in the US. But if US banned cryptocurrency is going to survive. And it would also lead to a lot of people just leaving the United States and going to other countries. So it'll be interesting to see how all of this turns out. But whenever you are in the beginning of some new technology, you have to expect things like this, right? There are some who are afraid of change, and there are others who just, in terms of like money, they want to keep it to themselves. They don't want you and me to make profits, right? They want us to invest in their banks and make like 1.5% on our savings account. 1.5%. If we don't make 1.5% in like an hour, we're upset with crypto, right? We want to see 10%, 20%, 40, 100x gains, all of that. That's what we want to see. And the banks don't like that. The United States government doesn't like that. So yeah, so there's that, right? And what is Dogecoin? Bitcoin with a dog on it. Thank you, Mars. Thank you, Mars. So as we're sitting here, just under 9.2 cents for Dogecoin, we do have to talk about the elephant in the room, or the frog in the room, or the bonk in the room, or any of these other memes and what is going on with them. So let's start with bonk because, well, that's the one that seems to be got most people's attention anyway, is this bonk. So I told you, this is the Coinbase bonk chart here, and we zoom back and bonk started trading on Coinbase just above me here at 14th of December, right? So that's just 4 days ago, and I bought some bonk. Yes, I bought some bonk, right? Should I have just bought more Dogecoin? Probably, but I did buy a little bonk, and I got the bonk at like 16. And then with Coinbase trading, again, bonk before was much, much, much lower, but I don't do DeFi plays. I don't do swaps. I'm not on Uniswap. I'm not doing BSC tokens. I'm not doing like Radium and swaps or any of that. So I don't do any of that. So definitely late to the game on bonk because bonk was like 10, 20 times lower, and I could not buy it because it's not on one of my exchanges that I trade on here. And that's just me. But there's a lot of you guys who do have access to those other exchanges, decentralized or centralized. You're either not in the United States and you can get to MEXC and some of these others, or you're in the US and you're using a VPN to get access to some of those exchanges, and I don't do any of that. So that's just me. I had a MetaMask hack happen to me, and I also, well, we won't get into all of the other, but so I don't use MetaMask anymore. I don't use any tokens. I don't do any of it. But when bonk was being listed on Coinbase right here, I said, well, let me join in on the bonk fund for a little bit, and bought it at like 16 and sold it at 30 in just a day. And I got out of it. And I got out of it there because on the next day, on the 15th right there, bonk was then being listed on Binance. And we talked about this last week. the same thing had happened to Pepe. When Pepe got listed on Binance, there was like an immediate spike, and then it just tanked, and Pepe has tanked ever since, with a couple little spikes here and there, but nowhere near the price Pepe was before it got listed on Binance. And so with Bonk, I said, well, let me just take my profits here. And this was like $4,000 of profit right here that I took. $4,000 in a day. I figure, hey, that's not bad. That's $4,000 more than I would have had. Of course, I probably have to pay $1,000 in taxes on that gain. That's just the way it goes with United States and taxes, because it's short-term capital gains tax. And what has Bonk done since then? Well, it has slowly traded down. But that doesn't mean that Bonk may not go on a big spike and come back up 30, 40, or even higher. That could happen. As a meme coin on the Solana blockchain, Solana, the devs are trying to use the Bonk token for a number of different things. Like the big news was the Solana phone, right? Coming with a way to claim a whole bunch of Bonk, which ended up with the big price explosion that Bonk had, that when you actually claim that reward, what you claim was actually more than the phone was worth that you bought. So there was that craziness. But I mean, the Solana devs are actually playing it smart. I think it will. Bonk may hold up as it has an actual use case with Solana, if that's indeed what they're trying to do with it. Again, I don't know who created Bonk. The devs are not public. We don't know who they are. So we'll see. But I think the Solana devs see some use of this token and so are going to use it. And plus that all helps the Solana blockchain as well. Solana has been trading very well. So that's the update on Bonk. Yes, I sold up here at 30, took my profit, and I don't know whether Bonk's going to get back up there or not. We'll see. We'll continue to watch it. But yeah, what does it do for me? Well, I could have bought Dogecoin back here with that money that I had. And so in that case, yeah, I probably, if there were not these other meme coins or meme tokens, I probably would have just bought Dogecoin. But I'm kind of in this pattern right now of trading where I'm exploring other new projects, because I got a crap ton of Doge. I figure my Doge is pretty well represented. And so I am exploring other things with just a small percentage of my overall portfolio is this. So, so there's that. So that's what's happening with Bonk. This is the 4-hour chart, what its trading looks like. Yeah, the 4-hour chart, it looks to be making a little comeback. And then there's Pepe. Some of you still think Pepe is going to do well, but Pepe just had a little run here at the beginning of December, but we zoom back out on this 4-hour chart and we see Pepe was trading way up here at 37.40 or so. And that's when it got listed on Binance. It just totally tanked. Now it's at 13. So it's only a third of the value that it was when it peaked up here. And that's Pepe. And you'll see the volume of trading has really ticked down from its trading back here. This is just huge volume of trading that Pepe had. And now it's just nothing. In fact, I look on this exchange here on Polynex, and I go to the 15-minute chart, and you're going to see there are some 15-minute segments where there's no trades. There's no trades on the blockchain here. I mean, look at this overnight or on Sunday. I guess this was Sunday morning. Just barely any trades. It's like nothing going on. And that's what happens to these meme tokens when they fall out of favor. It's like nobody's trading that anymore. Could Pepe come with some second big run? I mean, that's what Bonk is. Bonk came out a year ago, had a little activity a year ago, and then nothing. and then a year later, it takes off. So you never know. So you never know with these. So just thought I would cover that as we start here. But Dogecoin, we know, and there's the dancing Doge, all right? And so with Dogecoin, we know there is a huge group of supporters of Dogecoin, and Dogecoin is constantly traded. Now in 2019, the Dogecoin trading chart looked a lot like what Pepe's doing now. It was quiet. I mean, there would be hours where there were just a few trades happening on Dogecoin. Just amazing to go back and look at some of those charts with Doge. But now, I mean, look at Dogecoin. It's a top 10 cryptocurrency. Number 10. Top 10. Bonk moved up to 53. It was actually a little higher. It was in the 40s and then dropped back down to 53. So it's the 53rd largest cryptocurrency right now. Just over 500 million of volume and a market cap of over $1 billion in Bonk. So, and then Pepe is just holding on, number 99 of the top 100 cryptocurrencies. Pepe is holding on. Pepe used to be up like 50. Now it's like 99, just holding on. So those are the biggest, and we'll talk about some others as the stream goes on here. But I just thought I would start with that as an overview of what we're going to be talking more about tonight. So I saw a question about Amazon. Amazon is not interested in cryptocurrencies, not at all. They were going to launch their own, and then they abandoned that. And they're just staying away from the cryptocurrency thing. I think they probably, when they were looking to develop their own, I think they got some pushback from the government. This is just me guessing, right? And then they just said, they just abandoned it because they don't want the government coming after them. Like the government's coming after Elon, like on all fronts, right? Jeff Bezos, they didn't want that. So no, they're not going to do any cryptocurrencies. So, Will Dogecoin be $1 someday? Someday. There's one article we're going to look at in a little bit that's guessing maybe next year, by the end of next year, we could see some huge gain in Dogecoin. But yeah, I don't think Amazon's going to get on board. Even if Doge is successful on X, Jason, I don't see Amazon incorporating it. They don't need it. They don't need it. They're not doing any like on-platform stuff, right? They're just accepting payments. And how they're doing it now is just fine with them. Hiram bought some Bonk around 1850. Could be another upwave coming. There could be. We just don't know. Don't know with Bonk. Soon you're going to be able to buy almost everything on the X platform. I mean, that's a goal of Elon's. We'll see. Everything takes a long time. Everything takes a long time with Elon. So we have to be patient there. We have to be patient. You heard the founders of Dogecoin launch before Doge. The Bell tokens. Yes. Bell token, which I've talked about before because I interviewed Billy Marcus a year and a half ago. And we talked about his evolution into crypto and how he did make this a proof of work cryptocurrency called Bells. Where is that article? There it is. Bitcoinist. So I had this ready to go. Dogecoin founder denies ties to abandoned crypto project from 2013. So what Billy did was in 2013, Bitcoin trading well. There's a lot of these other coins being created. He's a coder. And he just thought, well, wouldn't it be fun to make a cryptocurrency. And he did, and he called it Bells, off of Animal Crossing, right? Just a fun thing that he just thought would teach him about cryptocurrency. And so he forked it off of Lucky Coin. And Lucky Coin was a fork off of Litecoin, which is a fork off of Bitcoin. So that's how it came about. Billy made this thing called Bells. He launched it and nothing happened. Absolutely nothing happened. Nobody bought it. Nobody bought it. And so it just sat there. And then in December of 2013, he saw this Reddit post that Jackson Palmer had made about Dogecoin, right? Oh, wouldn't this be fun, right? Something cool, Dogecoin. And so Billy then contacted Jackson and said, "Hey, Jackson, I can make this actual crypto for you. Wouldn't that be cool?" And Jackson said, "Oh, we got to do this." And so all Billy had to do was take the code that he had written for Bells and then fork it to Dogecoin. And that's what he did. So now, because that story is out, somebody went back and found the old code for Bells and apparently has relaunched it. They've got a Discord server on and everything. Billy saw it on X, Twitter. And so Billy joined the Discord server because he was just curious, like, what is this about? Because he wanted to see what was going on. And he also joined the Discord server in order to post messages there that said, guys, this is not an active project. I haven't touched it since 2013. I have nothing to do with it. But all of a sudden, they're tweeting out the people who are running this Bells thing, like Kaduna, whoever this is, the founder of Doge, is also the founder of a recently relaunched coin that sits at only 20 million, while Doge's all-time high was 88 billion. He joined the Discord to help the project. No, he didn't. And he says he didn't. He says, no, this is misleading. I had nothing to do with relaunch. Just people dug into something and revived something that was abandoned in 2013. It's super old tech. People should know what they're getting into. And he says, he follows up, and Billy says, and I didn't join the Discord to help the project. I joined to see what was going on and to provide a little color and warnings about the tech. Because the code is still 2013. It has not been updated like the Bitcoin core is updated over the years. And as the Bitcoin core is updated, mostly for security features, things like that, the Dogecoin core is also updated. Dogecoin today is not the same code as it was in 2013. And this Bells code, who knows, right? Who knows? And then Billy finally says, I'm never going to dev on any crypto project. Made that extremely clear thousands of times. So for anybody who's like thinking of buying into this Bells thing, I mean, I couldn't even find it on CoinMarketCap. So I wouldn't even know where to find it to trade it. But somebody thinks they could probably make a lot of money on it. So to answer your question, that's that thing about Bells. So, and yes, Ash, there's a bunch of other pump and dump, and I wouldn't even call them coins. Now, Bells is a coin because it had its own blockchain. It was a proof of work. But all these others we're talking about, Bonk and Pepe and these others, you never know. The Realist Miami Dolphins YouTube channel. Well, welcome. Although I'm in Boston and I'm a New England Patriots fan, but certainly applaud your team this year and actually wish you well in the playoffs and hope you get to the Super Bowl because you've got a very exciting team, and I will applaud that. Your average cost is 7 cents, weighted over a year. Kind of need the money. I can maybe last another 6 months. I can't tell you what to do. I'm not a financial advisor, but all I'm going to say is Elon in October said X payments on X Twitter would be about a year away. Now, he's not ever completely correct on his schedules and planning ahead, but if he says a year away, that means it's October 2024. I personally am not selling any Dogecoin before next fall. None. Because I want to see what happens with Elon and X payments. I don't know what he's doing, but he's doing something. And there's something about when Elon Musk says something, generally it happens. Sometimes it takes a little longer than you think, and I'm not betting against that. So that's my take on that. And yeah, I understand if you have a financial need somewhere else and you may have to sell some of your Doge. I get that. That can happen. And maybe it's just some of it you have to sell, but not all of it. That would be one thing to consider. So, yep. Yep, I covered the bells thing, Amazon thing. Doge 1 is not in 5 days. So, for those who are interested in what's going on with the moon projects, there's 2 moon projects. Okay, there's 2 moon projects. Doge 1 is the one on SpaceX. Okay, that is the one that's doing the CubeSat that's going to orbit around the moon, but they also have a moon launch vehicle as well. But that's not the moon launch vehicle that's going to be putting the Dogecoin on the moon. The one that's putting the Dogecoin on the moon is the second rocket launch. And that is a firm called Astrobotic that has the moon launch or the launch vehicle, right? That's actually going to land on the moon and it's going to put a pouch on the moon. That's this one right here. Physical Dogecoin goes to the moon. Astrobotic plans to send a physical Dogecoin to the moon in the DHL moon box via ULA's Vulcan Centaur rocket, originally scheduled for December 23rd. Well, unfortunately, it's not December 23rd anymore. It has been delayed. But here's what it looks like. There's a pouch. It's got a Doge in it. And so the Doge coin is going to be in the pouch, which is going to be in the moon box, which is going to get put on the moon. A literal Dogecoin on the literal moon. But when is that going to happen? This is the update from ULA that Astrobotic reposted. And they are saying that the mission is now planned for January 8th, 2024. So it's no longer in 5 days, no longer December 23rd. It's now January 8th, 2024. Unfortunately, that is the schedule for that one. Now, the Doge 1 project, Doge Bull says that Doge 1 is canceled. I haven't heard that. We still have, let me check that. I still think it's the week of January 12th through 16th. Dogecoin to the moon, right? We had that on here before, but these are just other searches that we looked at here. Yeah, Wikipedia still says 13th of January. Wikipedia is kept up to date on this, and they're saying 13th of January. So that's the Doge 1 project. So again, there's 2 projects, right? There's the ULA Vulcan with the Astrobotic Dogecoin to the moon. That's now scheduled for January 8th. And then 5 days later, January 13th, hopefully, we've got SpaceX. And that's the Doge One project, which has all been paid for with Dogecoin. That's what that is. So those are the two projects. Neither of them this year. So it's looking like the end of 2023 is going to be kind of when it comes to Doge and Doge catalysts. So yeah, it's not good there. Not good there for that front for Doge. I was hoping for the Christmas celebration of Doge to the moon with the Santa Claus rally and all of that happening next weekend, but now that's not happening. So we got to wait a little longer. Wait a little longer. Hearing about some Doge at 8.7 cents. Good for you. Yeah, some advice from people in the chat. A lot of good catalysts coming up. You've been accumulating since 2021. Same with Jason. $1 answered that. Oh, Hiram, thank you. You're welcome. For the Alex Lewis interview. Yes, very interesting. For those interested in hearing more about Dogecoin, great interview that was posted late last night on X Twitter. I reposted it this morning on my YouTube channel. I added a little intro, but Alex is a developer, and he made the MyDoge wallet. But he's been a Dogecoin fan for years, knows a lot about Dogecoin, and it was a very interesting interview. Even for someone who knows as much about Dogecoin as I do, you always find stuff, right? And he's just very passionate about Dogecoin, and his custodial wallet only holds Dogecoin. You can't put other cryptos on that wallet. It's only Dogecoin. So that was fun. So do check that out on my YouTube channel. Here is my channel, and there is the Dogecoin Alex Lewis interview. So do check that out because it's a very, very interesting interview. And when you have about 30 minutes, I recommend you checking that out. Learn a lot from it. You'll learn a lot from it. Also, as I am on my channel, thank you for those who have subscribed. If you haven't already, please subscribe. Also, like the stream. Appreciate all the likes. Helps getting more people coming in and listening to what we got to say. So let's get the likes up. Appreciate that as well. And then you can always join my YouTube channel. And by joining the channel, not only do you get to use some fun emojis in the chat, you'll see that your name is then in green, because you'll see some in the chat whose names are in green. Those are ones who have become members of the channel. And then what else do you get when you join the Kriss Pax channel? Well, that means you get to share in the profits of this portfolio of cryptocurrency that is almost half Dogecoin, is already up almost 50% now. It was like 52, 53 last week, and now it dropped to like 48, now back up to 49% profit so far. And that's with Dogecoin now at like 9.16 cents. Where is Dogecoin going to go from here? And where are all these other cryptocurrencies going to go from here? We'll see. We're going to sell this portfolio, hopefully at the top of the bull market. Well, I'm going to sell all of the other cryptocurrencies. I'm not going to sell the Dogecoin. This 75,000 Dogecoin is being shared with you guys, but only you who have joined the channel. You join the channel, you're eligible to receive Dogecoin from me. I will be giving it out from here to you guys, and you'll get Doge. If you have any questions about that, feel free to ask. But I know some of you guys have heard it multiple times, but I just don't know why people are joining, because you're most likely going to be getting a lot more Dogecoin than the cost of joining this channel. So I'm just saying, you got to do something to get something. That's all it's about. You got to do something to get something. Elon is silent. Yeah, it's been very quiet on the Elon front. He still has this lawsuit going on. I'm sure his attorneys are telling him to watch it. But as far as I know, he's still, if I do a search here at Elon, right? He's still at XD right there, still has the Doge location right there. So, yep. I think that's his little kind of wink and a nod to the Dogecoin community. Like, yep, still supporting Dogecoin. And that's all he's ever said. So, I'll wait for him. Snack. Yeah, Cardano. Cardano meme token. Snack has been around for a while. George, Cryptos R Us, has really been pumping Snack lately just because he bought some, right? And so, yeah, Snack is... if we look on CoinMarketCap, we can see SNEC. SNEC's been around for a while. Now at 0.002, up 15% today, but we go back to a year ago. Let's see, it looks like SNEC came on the scene actually in May. Pumped up to about 0.001, and then look, all throughout the summer, just dead. SNEC was absolutely dead, and now it's pumping. So if you want to get on the SNEC train, because again, another meme token, this one is built on Cardano, you can give it a try. But again, as SNEC continues to be listed on more and more exchanges, I think it's going to lose a lot of this volatility. Let's see where you can buy it now. MEXC looks like is kind of the most of the trading is happening. But then there's MinSwap, LBank, BingX, CoinX, BitTrue, Sunday Swap. Will SNEC ever get listed on something like Coinbase or Binance? Who knows? But SNEC is moving now. Again, this is another one of these that is money being taken away from Dogecoin. Are people buying this instead of Dogecoin? Like if you have a choice, right? I'm going to buy a meme. Should I buy Dogecoin or should I buy SNEC? I don't know. I would just be really careful though, because yes, it could go to $1 billion, or this is as high as it goes at $150 million. This is as high as it goes, and then it dumps. Don't know who the developers are. Don't know what the tokenomics of it are. I mean, it says here there's 73 trillion in circulation, 75 trillion max supply. But who owns all of these, right? Who owns all these? So you just got to be careful. That's all I'm saying. I'm not buying it. Again, it's not on anything that I trade on. And even if it got listed on Coinbase now, I probably wouldn't buy any. This is not my thing. But if you want to take a chance, go for it. But like $1 billion, so it would have to 5, 6, like 6.5x from here. But you never know with these memes. You never know. Craziness. Craziness. Bum, 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 bum. You heard Mullen will do another reverse split. Does NASDAQ have limits how many reverse splits you can do? I don't know. I mean, certainly your board of directors of your company might have a concern, right? If you keep resplitting, but there are a number of companies that have done multiple reverse splits. because they have to stay above $1 they can fall below $1 only for some period of time. And I don't know what that is before they have to do a reverse split. ENG Global just did a reverse split a month ago. And I own some of that. And I'm very concerned about Workhorse because it's been under $1 for a while now. And I own a lot of that. And if there's a reverse split on that, it's like, ugh, not good. So I don't know. But my recommendation is when you hear about a reverse split, like the last possible minute you can trade it before it does a reverse split, I would sell. That's what I've learned. It's like, I'll sell. I'll sell at $3.59, right, on the night that it's going to reverse split. I'll sell it. I'm just not going to hold through reverse splits again. So Kyle, of course, asks the $1 million question that when Doge starts mooning, how high does it go? Yeah. It's like, you never know with Doge. We saw what it did in April of 2021. It just kept pumping and pumping and pumping. So we will see. We will see. Bye, Mars. See you. Bull runs in the house. Just want to stop by to say, traded all my Doge for Bitcoin. May not come to your live streams unless you'll be talking about Bitcoin or other alts. Wish you all the best. Well, good luck. Good luck with that. Or else you're just pulling my leg, which sometimes you do. But that's a pretty bold move. But good luck. What else going on in the chat? Let's all go to the moon. Yeah, Kriss. Let's all go to the moon. Robinhood is very cautious about what they list. They want to know who the owners of these are. And we don't know. Pepe, Floki, Bonk, we don't know who the owners of these are. I mean, they eventually listed Sheeb. They must have talked to the Sheeb developers. I think that's the only way that that Robinhood listed Sheeb, or at least waited long enough where they thought that they would be out of the what Coinbase got into, right? Listing securities, and they don't want to get in trouble with the SEC. So, yeah. What do you think about the offer Robinhood is giving out for people who transfer? Yeah, well, I mean, you got to transfer a lot to really get anything worthwhile. It doesn't cost much to transfer coins. Well, it depends on what you're transferring, right? Right now, Bitcoin fees are really high. ETH fees have always been really high. And do you really want to spend that much money transferring in order to get like some other reward? Is it worth it? I don't know. Depends on where you have it. Do you have it sitting on some other exchange like Coinbase or something, and it's not in a custodial wallet? Certainly, if you have it on something like MEXC or something like that, that's not in the United States, yeah, I'd move it into Robinhood. That's one option. I certainly would move it into a hardware. If not onto Robinhood, I'd put it in a hardware device. I would not be leaving crypto on MEXC or any of these other foreign exchanges. I wouldn't do it, but I don't trade on them. And some of you may want to keep it liquid so you can continue to trade because you want to swing trade or something like that. Because as soon as you move it to a wallet, then it's sitting in a wallet. That's kind of a longer term storage kind of answer. So that's up to you. That is up to you. So, yeah, what about that Solana phone? Isn't that crazy? Because of all the bonk you can get, right? So you have to be sure that whatever comes with the phone that is that certificate or whatever that gives you the code in order to claim your airdrop of bonk tokens, you got to make sure that's part of it. But I mean, I don't know. That seems like awful lot for a phone and bonk tokens. You could just buy bonk tokens. But I don't know. It just seems a little sketch to me. So is Robinhood listing new crypto coins? I don't know. Robinhood came out with an article. They are looking into adding a lot more crypto. Yeah, they come out with those every now and then, but it takes them forever. It takes Robinhood forever to actually list more coins. So I think they only have 9 right now. It just takes them forever. So, but yeah, Mars, they are safe. Yep. Heard you get 30 million bonk. Yep, it's 30 million bonk. But I heard it's a certificate and that's with the phone. It's not on the phone, right? It's a certificate you get. And then you claim that airdrop of 30 million bonk tokens. So you just have to make sure if you're going to buy something on the secondary market like that. I guess you can't find these Solana phones anymore because they all got bought up, which is why the eBay price is going up, right? Because I heard it was 5K and now you're saying it's 6K. So yeah, all because of bonk. Crazy. So we've got the top 10 meme coins to buy in 2024. What do you think they are? What do you think are the top 10 meme coins to buy in 2024? As Phil joins the chat. Thank you, Phil. Glad you could make it. Well, what do you think? What are the top meme coins? Number 1, Dogecoin, of course. Because as you've heard me say before, Doge is the only meme coin because it's the only meme that actually has its own blockchain. Everything else is rested on something else or was launched off something else, right? SHIB, number 2 is SHIB. Shiba Inu, number 2. Shiba Inu was an ERC20 token, got so popular that they then had, so many of the developers had so many of their own tokens that they sent them to different exchanges so that the exchanges would start trading SHIB. And of course, we know what happened to SHIB. Oh, I didn't show that on CoinMarketCap, did I? Where SHIB was ranked. Because we only looked at Doge and then we went all the way to Bonk and then to Pepe. But here's SHIB right here, number 16. So SHIB is a $6 billion cryptocurrency. But the SHIB devs have done an awful lot building the whole Shibarium and Shiba Swap and all this other stuff that they have this whole ecosystem that they've created. Yeah, they've got the leash and the bone tokens as well. We don't know what's going to happen with Shibarium. They're burning a bunch of SHIB tokens, trying to keep interest alive until the eventual big bull run that SHIB will have, which I believe in. And so I've got some SHIB waiting, because if and when SHIB takes off again, like it did a couple of years ago, I want to be on the SHIB bandwagon and make some money off of SHIB this time instead of sitting on the sidelines. So I have some SHIB, but it's only because SHIB you could buy it on Coinbase and Robinhood. So because those are the exchanges I use, I can only buy what's available there. So with Coinbase, they listed Bonk last week. I bought some Bonk, sold for a profit. I'm good. If other of these meme tokens end up getting listed, I'll consider it. We'll see. If it gets to Robinhood, that means something special is probably going on. But I don't see any of those being listed on Robinhood. I don't see that happening. So we've got Doge and we got Sheeb. What else would be the top 5? This is according to the Crypto Basic. I don't know who these guys are. Crypto Basic have this webpage. So the top is Doge. Number 2 is Sheeb. What else would you buy in 2024? They list Floki. Now, I don't know about this. I mean, Floki goes up and down, and they're trying to build games and do some other stuff that I hear. I don't know. But if they think that Floki and its TokenFi or the token is going to be big in 2024, it might be. It might be. So we'll see. They've got a big community, yes. And we'll see. So they're listing Floki, which is kind of interesting. Then they list Bonk. Bonk is number 4. This number 5 that they have here, I don't know what XMeme is. It's something on XRP. Don't know anything about it. And then they list Pepe. They think that Pepe may have a comeback. We'll see. Then they list Snek. Then they list Miladies. They think the Ladies is going to come back. So we'll see. Why baby Dogecoin? I don't know. I thought that was pretty much done. But I guess if there's going to be a big bull market and all these other tokens are going to be going up, maybe baby Doge does something. I don't know. And then they list this thing called Bad Idea AI. Bad Idea AI, somebody built on Shibarium. I don't know anything about this. Maybe you can only buy it through the through like Shiba Swap. I didn't look it up beforehand. I did see it on here in this article, but I've not. Bad Idea. Here it is. $16 million market cap. 530 trillion tokens are circulating out of a total of 831 trillion. You can get it on Uniswap, SushiSwap, and Shiba Swap. And you can also trade it on BitGet and MEXC. Interesting. It actually launched in June and had a big run up in August. And then has sort of sold off since then. That's interesting. But somebody thinks it's going to do well next year. I don't know. No, Doge Elon Mars is not on the list, low roller. That's it. Nothing on Doge Elon Mars. So at least they don't think that Doge Elon is going to be one of the top meme coins in 2024. But who knows? How is Elon been trading? I haven't looked at it in a while. I have not looked on it in a long time. 0.00000019. It's kind of been trading along with the market, actually. Kind of up and down. Let's go to the daily. Yeah, not a great looking chart from its all-time high back in November of 2021. So that's all the way from 19 to 226. So it would have to do like a 10, 11, like 11x to get back to its all-time high. So yeah, that's a long ways to go. So I don't know. but I don't know anything about the community, the project, what they're trying to do with this, or whether it was a 2021 thing and isn't going to be anything else. Looks like somebody tried to pump it here in October. There's a little pump here that went from 13 up to 23. It's like a 75x there. 75%, I mean, up 75%. But then like the big sell-off. So it looks like there's some pumping and dumping going on with this. That's what I see here. So yeah, I don't know about Doge Elon Mars. Meme coins are risky. Yes. Another bonk in the house. Yes. I'm not talking about fights. I don't care. I told George as soon as I heard what he was doing a couple months ago, it's like, what a waste. It's like, why don't you spend your energy like actually promoting cryptocurrency and its actual use as opposed to doing this these stupid fights. But I mean, he's trying to pump this kind of karate combat thing. So maybe he's got a deal with them going and it's all tied into, who knows, crypto influencer fights. Okay, whatever. Yeah, for those asking about the moon launches, the first one is going to be January 8th right now. That's Dogecoin to the moon, January 8th, not December 23rd. And then the second one, the SpaceX Doge 1 mission, still right around January 13th. It has not been delayed or postponed like some were thinking. So 2 of them in January right now, per the current schedules. So we will see. Why was it postponed? I don't know. Clemens, I don't know. They were talking about launch windows on the Vulcan launch, which was December 23rd. So who knows? And Cape Canaveral could be a backup on the launch pad. I don't know. Depends on what other things are going on. So yeah. So there's that. Ordinals. I'm not too sure about ordinals. I was in stacks for a while. I sold my stacks for a profit. There's a lot of discussion on the Bitcoin with the Bitcoin maxis about how all the ordinal uses are really, just bunching up the blockchain. Fees are skyrocketing. It costs more now to move Bitcoin than it does to move Ethereum. The gas fees on Bitcoin are now higher than Ethereum. That's a problem. And so, but I had a bunch of stacks, and that's what I had invested in when ordinals were like going crazy back in May. And I just recently sold. I sold for a profit. Part of that went into bonk. That was part of the bonk that I had bought, was from the stacks that I sold. And I bought a couple other things. And I'm now really interested in this project called Seamless. So if I look up Seam here, this is a new project which launched on Coinbase, on their base platform. And so it launched on a week ago, Monday, and I bought here on Thursday after I sold that bonk. I bought Seam right here, and we'll see what happens with it. I don't know. It just seemed like a very interesting project. There's nothing else on Base. But Base doesn't have its own token. And so I'm trying Seamless. So I bought some Seam, up a little bit right now. We'll see what happens. We'll see what happens with Seam. So that's kind of my latest one that I've bought into. Again, this is a small percentage of my overall portfolio, of which is heavily Doge and then Algorand. I got a bunch of Algorand. Those are the projects I think are going to do the best from here, are still Doge and Algorand. And those are the two I'm most heavily in. But I thought this seemed like an interesting new project that just launched, and it's on Coinbase, and so I bought some. That's all. So what is Seam about? So you can go on to CoinMarketCap, and you can type in Seam. And they're seamless right there. And then you can go to their website here, and their website will tell you about how Seamless integrates with the Base platform. Becomes the first native decentralized lending and borrowing protocol on Base. And so this is why I bought it, is really for this, because there's nothing else you can trade that's really tied in with the Base platform, because again, Base doesn't have its own token. So that is why I got into this. Hope I'm in early, and I hope this takes off, but we'll see. But yeah, I waited for the initial sort of excitement to die down, which usually happens when you have a new project. And I bought what I thought would be the low here. Looks like early this morning it dipped a little bit lower than what I bought it for, but it's within a percentage, so I'm not worried about it. And then we'll see. We'll see what happens. So this is my newest. Clemens, thank you so much for the super sticker there. I appreciate it. Thanks for the support. Yeah, when is Elon going to talk about Doge 1? Probably right when it's for sure going to launch. That would be my guess, because he doesn't want to, I don't think he wants to say something about it if it's going to be delayed again. So until it actually has a verified launch date, then I think he's going to say something about it. But we'll see. And is it a buy a rumor, sell the news? Again, with a lot of meme coins, meme trading, that tends to be what happens a lot. So you got to be careful. Even with Dogecoin, you've got to be careful. We saw that with Saturday Night Live, all the build up to Saturday Night Live. We know that Barry Silbert was shorting the hell out of it before SNL even started. But that is kind of like leading up to a big event. You'll see a lot of buying, and then it dumps. So you always have to be careful with meme tokens, meme coins. Sheeb has done it so many times. They're going to make some big announcement. Sheeb trades up, right? Everyone's all excited. And then it dumps. It happens again and again and again. So be careful. Be careful out there. Buying launch coin at IPO isn't a good idea. I know. ICP is like the perfect example. Why not to buy it? So yes, Base is made by Coinbase, and it is it's a blockchain. So they just don't have their own token. And I don't think they're going to make their own token because they don't want to get in trouble with the SEC. They already have enough going on with the SEC. So, nice. Seam is up to 893 now. It just jumped up a little bit. Cool. We like that. If you live in Canada, Uphold has massive delisting. They're delisting. Canada Uphold is delisting Doge and Sheeb. I haven't heard that. That's not good. What's going on in Canada up there? That's not good. Doge up to 9.21, starting to make a move. It's got just less than an hour before the daily close. I want it to hit 9.3. The reason I want it, if you weren't here at the beginning, the reason I wanted to hit 9.3 is on the daily Dogecoin chart. I don't want to see this red. I want to see this turn green. It'll have a long tail, a long wick down, but I want to see this come back up to 9.3, turn green, and be green on the daily. And we've got about 53 minutes before the end of the day for the daily close. So 9.23, it's getting up there. That's what we're waiting for. Yeah, and Bitcoin this morning, come back to the 15-minute chart. So Bitcoin hit a low here, and this is on Bitstamp. This is Bitstamp's chart, 40,530. 40,530. So just below 40.6 right there at its low. I was at 5:30 this morning, my time. Again, nice opportunity to buy on the dip, right? And that's what I posted for Doge, right? I posted on X. So if you don't follow me on X Twitter, I'm at Kriss, and dips are for stacking. So just having fun. And I also posted about Seamless. This was me buying Seam. Posted that. So I keep everyone up with what I'm doing on X Twitter. So check me out there. Also, for those who are interested, I've got my merch store. For those that were interested in Dogecoin products, I've got a merch store that has a bunch of Doge products. Link in the description below. It's still 15% off all of my products through Saturday, December 23rd. 15% off everything in the store. So check that out. Link in the description below for Dogecoin merch. I've got a few other things too. You can go to all products and you can come down to, where is it? It's on the front page, sorry. Okay, come on, catch up. Go to the front page. And then you can go to Discover Designs. And here you can see all the designs that I have. With all kinds of different products available. So you can check that out. Again, link in the description below for the merch store. But I got some fun ones, mostly Doge, little Bitcoin, some little conspiracy kind of fun thing, eyes. I always like those. That's always kind of fun. So you can check that out. Bum, 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 bum. Yeah, Aiden, with the seam, seems like a good buy on Coinbase, still low market cap. I thought it was worth putting a little in and trying it out. Coinbase, I think, is just going to go crazy in 2024 with the bull market. And so thought it was worth. Again, it's a small part of my overall portfolio that was trying out with Seamless. So, hey, let me know if you buy some. Let me know. Okay, gang. Hey, Dogecoin trading back up. It's doing well. Looks like most of crypto has recovered from kind of the Sunday afternoon, evening, overnight sell-off we had. I don't know who was selling, but I wasn't selling. I didn't sell anything. And in fact, I've been buying some other stuff as I've showed you. So we will see. We will see. As far as buying, depends on where you're buying. I bought my seam on Coinbase and I just used a limit order and it filled. It's still not heavy volume trading. It does have low liquidity. So I just recommend using a limit order and just do it that way. That's how I bought mine. You use MEXC, again, limit order. I don't know what the volume is. I don't know what the liquidity is for that on MEXC. We can look on, just quickly before I sign off, on Seamless, MEXC, yeah, pretty low volume. I mean, look at Coinbase's volume of 895,000 in a 24-hour, and MEXC at only 29,000 of volume. That is pretty low. So, yeah, that's pretty low. So, yeah, use a limit order. Definitely. Again, I don't know what their range is on their bid and ask on MEXC. So you got to be careful. Definitely with something with low volume. Right now it says the price is 8.79. I got in at 8.69. And I mean, I don't know if it's going to dip back down again a little lower. We'll see. But that's where Seamless is now. All right, gang. Well, good luck, Aiden. Hope you get some. And we'll see how it goes. For everyone else, have a good evening. And we'll see you next time.
Dogecoin, which started as a complete joke. Dogecoin, which started.
I don't know why my closing isn't playing.
Dogecoin, which started as a
so we'll just have
joke,
to end it here without the closing.
Skyrocketed to not a joke anymore.
We'll see you next time.